everyone, it's Louise with Louise McCare, and welcome to my channel. Today, guess what we're doing? Yes, you can guess. We're doing another Lazy Susan. Frankly, I need to get ahead, and I always feel like I'm behind. I really want to try some other things, but I'm obligated to keep supplied. So what I've got going on here is I've got my Glidden. It's the 6011N, which I've really grown to like. Let me show you the consistency here. It's much, I guess it's just thinner than the Multi-Pro. It leaves a trace. It's about a 2-second trace, maybe 2.5. But it works. So I'm not going to argue with it. And I've got my colors over here, and as I go, I'll call out the colors. So the plan is today, I varnished this yesterday, double varnished it, just to give it extra protection. The plan is to lay down my pillow, lay down the colors, blow it out with a hairdryer, my Berta, which I got off Amazon a couple years ago. It's 1,000 watt. It's not that powerful, but it's just enough I need. And because this is thinner paint than the Multi-Pro, this stuff's going to spread like a champ. So hopefully everything is, I have good juju today, and yeah, let's just get started. So I'm going to pour down the pillow, and as I always say, I start with less. I can always add more. I don't want this to dunk down, so we'll just leave you like this. I didn't check the center on this. I'm gonna have to stop and get this thing centered up. So I'm gonna take a break here in the video. Okay. Put a little more over on this side. Okay, good start point. So I've got my Goldens, Quinacridone Nicolazzo Gold, and TLP Zeus. I'm going to put a good amount down here. I want to get this, I want to have this front and center. So while I have a second here, I'm going to add that my pouring medium I use for my colors is Valspar's 833124 combined with semi-gloss Minwax at a rate of 3 parts paint to 1 part Minwax. All right. My gold, which this is a combination. I had some leftover Arteza gold, so I threw in it, I added to it the normal 24 karat gold by by Deco Art, and my iridescent gold by Golden. I just mixed them all together. And I have a pouring medium video. I'll link it above. It's video 140. In that video, I'm using Gliddon 63311N, which is just about as equally good as the Valspar I'm using here. I'm a drizzler. I'm a drizzler. Do 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 do. One little more dash down. All right, and this is my iridescent bronze by Golden. I also want to point out here, especially if you're newer, if you click on the title and then click on more or just the title itself, a drop down will appear that'll have all of the description. And in my description, I have the types of paints I use, links to different products I use, and so forth. Go ahead and check that out. Oftentimes people are asking where I get things from, and a lot of times I have it in the description. Also, if you're looking for a discount code for KS Resin, I have a 10% discount code and a link in the description as well. Silver, iridescent, silver, Golden again. I love my Golden. It's probably my favorite of all paints. It's reliable. I know what it's going to do. Batches are consistent between themselves. And they play very well with other colors. I mean, what more do you want in a paint? Let's get rid of that bubble. Another one. All right, this is my this is my Golden's Carbon Black. I'm going to go a little less on this. Okay. I hope that black will blow off. Okay. Australian Floetrol Cell Activator. Still using Winterstroom's. Got that. Step stool. Looks pretty good. And white and then the black. Get this ready to go. Get this out of the way. Just so you know, I do have my American Floetrol Cell Activator recipe. It's video 141. It's 8 minutes. I show how I make it and what the ingredients are, and it works like a champ. I've linked it above here. I continue to use the Australian just because I have so much of it to use up. And then please notice how little cell activator I'm putting down and what the results are when I blow this out. Here we go. High and cool. I'm going to blow in the middle first. I've just recently started blowing out in the middle to get a jump on the blow before using the hairdryer, and I think it works better. At least for me it does. In here I've turned the volume down to 3. You can at least hear the blow dryer, but you don't have to put up with the awful noise of it. And I'm just illustrating here how little I blow this out. I mean, I just get it going in the directions all the way around, but then I stop very close to the edge of that pillow. That's it. Boom. That was quick and dirty. Give a little blow in the middle. So because I think this cell activator is getting a little thick because it's 2.5 months old, I'm just going to blow on the cell activator in the middle to help it spread so that the colors underneath can push through and create the cells. Wow. Okay. Yes. All right. I've got a little imbalance going on here, so let's just move things around a bit. Breaking up the edge. I probably am going to need more. And I went really light on the blow because look at this. I'm less than 2/3 across, but the Glidden spreads, and it would be nice to have some negative space. Let me just put a little bit of this extra down. And I work these very slowly, so I appreciate if you have patience, because I think that is part of the key to getting a good result. All right. Okay, let's just give it a gentle spin. I'm going to stop. Look at that. It's already getting to the edge, so I want to get some paint down here. I was worried about not having enough. Not worried, but suspected I didn't have enough. I had a viewer suggest that I put some of this pillow in a squirt bottle, and I think I need to do that. But as I've always said, I'd rather have too little to start with and then add more, than have too much and then it's just all slopping all over the place. It's just the way I do it. I mean, you're going to find your own way that works for you, and that's okay. We all are going to have our own style, our own habits that we develop, our own comfort. Would like it to go this way a little more, so I'm going to cheat it in that direction a bit. Actually, I think I just completely balanced it. So I really try to make sure that the composition is spreading out evenly and equally in all directions at the same time. That's why I spend so much time trying to make sure I'm centered. So we got some spillage, some spillage. So now that I have some spillage of pillow and composition, I'm going around making sure that everything is covered so that we can try to get everything to spread out going forward at the same rate. And I'm going to speed through this part. I'm going to leave uncovered that one side that's not totally at the edge because I don't want it to creep over there any faster. I'm going to go a little more in this direction. Always be careful where you put your hands. And when you get paint on them, be very careful about where you're, wiping them off before you go over the top again. So as I continue through this, I'm going to cut out some of the spinning, and all I'm doing are minor adjustments with how I have the Lazy Susan on the spinner to try to help guide the composition the direction I want it to go. I don't know about you all, but this I always find quite mesmerizing. It's like almost puts you in a trance. It's probably how I got sucked into this in the first place. You're getting sleepy. You're getting sleepy. This is a color palette that won't stop. Make sure I got all my sides covered. I do. Let's take a look at the middle, see how much we have left. Essentially nothing. That is quite thin, but that's good. So, you notice that these Glidden creations go by faster than the others? I got some spots to pick up. I don't know why I've got spots in this. This is Glidden. And I'll clean up my bottoms. So I'm going to do some spots right now. I'll probably take a pause in the camera at the moment, and I'll come back. So I'm removing the white spots with a toothpick, and the white spots are essentially pillow that push through the colors in an air bubble. I'm just going to kiss the white spot with the tip of the toothpick to kiss them goodbye. I also want to say here that it's important to check the depth of how much paint you have left, because I know I've had people telling me that their piece is warped. So number one, you have to prep it with varnish or Kills primer, and you have to check the depth to make sure you have very little paint left before you put it to bed. I'll just clean it up with my finger. I'll run my finger along the bottom. And you want to clean up the bottoms because you don't want to have the paint continue to pull. So I'm just cleaning up the bottoms here. And I will come back. Once I'm all done, I'll get a picture, and then we'll come back after resining. So everyone, that's a wrap. I hope you enjoyed this tutorial. If you want to see a full tutorial from start to finish, from taping off to removing the tape after resining to include resining, I will link above video 312. It's an excellent tutorial if I say so myself, and I know you'll learn a lot from it. And if you're new here and enjoyed this, please consider subscribing, hitting the bell and all. You'll get all my latest art tutorials. At the end, I'm going to have a link to my Lazy Susan playlists with other color combinations and other creations. And if you're not aware, I do have playlists of many different creations broken down by category. You can check that out on my site as well. So that's all for now, everybody. Until next time, take care.